Hello, Case for interwebkaiju here. Originally planned for a theatrical release earlier this year, and then pushed to next year, and then just came out on video on demand today. This is Love and Monsters. In a post-apocalyptic world, protagonist Joel leaves his underground bunker colony on a week-long journey in a giant monster-dominated world to reconnect with his high school sweetheart. The first monster scene is pretty fantastic. Spooky lighting, creepy noises, good monster effects. The next monster is a big toad boy, and he is also very good. Actually, all the monsters are good. The centipede monster scene is also quite suspenseful. The graboid creature too. These horror type scenes really shine, and the CG is surprisingly very well done. The movie starts out with a ton of exposition given by the main character's disembodied voice, both with cool animated sketches and live action scenes. It's just so much. It all makes more sense after watching the entire film, but that doesn't really nullify how off it all feels. If you watch the trailer, you know the premise feels a lot like Zombieland, and sadly a lot of the characters do as well. Especially the incompetent lead and the badass older man. Not elderly, just older than the protagonist, like could be his dad. Definitely mentor. Also, he comes with certain rules. Maybe it wouldn't be so distracting if Double Tap didn't come out so recently. But for better or for worse, him and his young girl counterpart are not present for most of the movie. They pop in and then they pop out. There's a lot of scenes that feel like they should be funny, like that they would be funny if they were in a different movie. Maybe it's the acting or the directing, or possibly even the accompanying music and sounds. Regardless, most of the jokes would be funnier on paper, whether it be just text or in a comic. I'm not saying I never laughed, but most of the jokes didn't land. The climax is great, but seems odd because that conflict is literally introduced almost right beforehand by antagonists that only just showed up. In general, a lot of the time Love and Monsters feels more like a series of episodes than a coherent movie. The main character arc is typical but feels very well done. The whole climatic fight and onwards feels great. A bit silly in the very final moments, but definitely not an overly cheesy cringe fest. If anything, I'd recommend it just to check out the monsters, and maybe if enough people buy and rent this, Monster Hunter will come to VOD instead of being a theatrical exclusive. Thanks for watching.
What do you think?
Why do I have a beard?
I love you.